It is cold and wet ahead of the red-hot atmosphere of Le Crunch, and England are preparing for their round one hit-out against Les Bleus on Saturday. Welcome to O2 Inside Line, and we'll start this week's show with player analysis of the French. Let's start with defence.
For us, line speed is huge in how we defend. We like to call ourselves an untidy defence. So that picture there is kind of perfect. We've got the field covered, and when we've got good spacing, good numbers in the line, it gives everyone in the line confidence.
I think the best thing there is obviously the French attack's very flat-footed. We're getting the initial momentum going forward, 2 men in the tackle, chopping them, bring them straight to deck. They're obviously quite fortunate. They spot some space in the backfield, put a chip in. We do very well to scramble through Ben Youngs and just watch how the team gets set for the next phase after conceding a line break.
How much noise is there in an England defensive line?
I think communication's pivotal in defence, making sure the guys inside and outside of you are at one with you and you defend in those mini groups on the field.
It's also understanding who you're defending with as well. Sometimes if you've got a front row forward who's just been scrummaging, grafting around the field for 60 minutes and you're a winger or a centre like Brad, you're obviously a bit lighter on your feet. You need to work with them, so you can't leave them behind. We talk about line speed, but it needs to be together.
Wesley Fofana, is he a man that you have to set a plan out for?
People can't go chasing out one-out runners. They can't go chasing Pickamole. You can't go chasing Fofana. You can rely on your system and your individual tackle technique to take care of these sort of things. In this clip, we do well to slow the first possession down. They move the ball out the back. If anything, we probably get a little bit tight, which puts pressure on the guys on the outside. Ideally, we want 2 guys hitting every ball carrier that they have. He gets on the outside and he does a good job to finish this off very well.
In terms of Pickamole, is he another man that you have to set 2 on?
I think ideally every time a guy carries, you want those 2 defenders in there. But Pickamole is obviously very strong up top and in the legs, so he is a guy that even when you hit him, he can get that extra bit of leg drive, which enables him to get offloads, so it can be dangerous.
If you can keep Fofana quiet and you can keep Pickamole quiet, how high are the confidence levels for this weekend?
I think we've got to be careful because there's 13 other players that we haven't looked at. They're a good team, and like we say, it's the opening exchanges that we've got to be concerned about. So the big carries, early on in the game, if we can stop their momentum, that kind of flows into the rest of the game.
In this week's Teammates, we ask, what's the funniest thing you've ever seen on a rugby pitch?
Funniest? Just him, in general. That's a good one, yeah.
It was in the warm-up, my brother hit a spiral kick and it smashed someone in the face in the crowd and it knocked them out clean cold. It was the best spiral he's ever hit, and honestly, they didn't.
He's not allowed to hit them anymore.
Obviously, they didn't even get to watch the game, so they had to refund them a ticket and everything, so it was a bit of a nightmare.
A few streakers. One, I think, must have done the length, outrun every security guard trying to take him down. He did an ash splash.
Corbs in his England kit rolling in fox poo.
Training once with David Strettle, and I was trying to put him off. It's like, Dave, there's a horse on the pitch. It's like, no, there's not. No, there's not, you idiot. I was like, there's a horse on the pitch, I swear. I swear down, there's a horse on the pitch. He was like, shut up. Turned around, there was a horse about 5 yards away from him.
Matt Gill plays for Bath. He wears hearing aids when he plays, and some water got in his hearing aids and they stopped working. Normally, the referee blows a whistle and everyone stops, and he's still running off downfield. It's brilliant.
When I was a kid, there was a massive fight, and the fight wasn't between the players, it was between the parents.
Well, there was our forwards coach, Graham Roundtree, was on the back of rolling maul, and the rolling maul was going, it was probably about 10 metres out, and he saw the line and dived on it and scored, but it was actually the 5 metre line.
And there was a mum hitting someone with an umbrella, it was all going mental. Plus, I never really do the fighting because I'm more of a looker rather than a fighter.
Next up, player cam holds a tackle pad.
In your group of 6, you obviously make your full round of hits, someone else will go in and you'll probably do a couple rounds, twice each. Fantastic leg drive. Got big Dylan Hartley there, the talisman.
Can we just note the fast feet? Doing these small bits of technique like this, keep you in check for the weekend, and it means when you go out to the training field, you don't have to kind of be belting your own teammates.
It's time for Team Behind the Team.
My name's Tom Stokes. I'm the England Team Operations Manager. I've been at the RFU for about 10 years now, in various different roles, and I came into this role about 3 years ago. Fundamentally, it's ensuring that the players are in the right place at the right time. I want to make sure that the coaches have everything they need, are well supported, and all the players need to worry about is getting out onto the training field and being able to play.
OK, Tom, let's head down into England's underground bunker. This is where obviously you work your magic. Give us a little bit of a guided tour as to how it all works down here.
So we're based just in this one part of the hotel where everything is together. We have the team dining room, and this is our exclusive area where everything happens obviously away from the rugby field and away from the gym.
Yeah.
A player's leisure room, and then through here, a couple of medical rooms, the office that I tend to spend most of my time in.
This is where the Brains Trust operate.
Yeah. There's a lot of advanced planning that goes into our training camps. We try to work months in advance, making sure everybody is aware of all the details and all the plans.
And obviously you've got a role to play during the game as well. Just tell us what you're actually doing during the 80 minutes of action.
Well, I'm responsible for making the replacements and substitutions. Obviously, once the instructions come down from the coach's box from Stuart, we kind of get the players activated, ready to go, and obviously then liaise with the fourth official on the touchline to communicate the messages onto the pitch. We set very high standards. We strive to be the best we can be because that's what the players expect, because they're trying to do the same.
So the RBS Six Nations is upon us, 5 weekends of gruelling action to crown the champion. With experience and excitement in equal measure, hopes for this season are high. England start out in Paris and go hunting their 4th straight win over France in this tournament. A win, and fans will dream of a first Grand Slam since 2003. But with only 2 games at Twickenham, it is going to be tough. But there is just one goal, and that is to be number 1. Roll on Saturday.